Premier League second half. Pity Valley versus San Fernando Giants. San Fernando Giants having some luck on their side, being awarded a penalty by the referee Cox. But looking now at the men in green, Pity Valley, what can they muster up in this second half? Must say, as mentioned, they had a lot of chances in the first half, but none taken. Let's see what the men in green could muster up now. They're obviously on top of the league, 20 points, but as of now, it's up. This get a draw, even come back and win the game, but I like the speed at which they started the second half. Pity Valley. But the men in red has it now. Good cut back on the inside. Manswell still on it. But Khan and Keon has been defending well. The left back. Cox spotting a foul, and San Fernando Giants, they don't mind rushing anything. Keon weighing his options, going long. And now Craig has a shot! Oh, it's just wide. I think the keeper, Marlon, had it covered. Oh, one wonderful quick feet there now. Oh, wonderful by Thomas there, the number 9 being strong. Plays it long for Manswell. But Joseph, the goal scorer, actually he scored, like I mentioned earlier, he's the goal scorer for the last 2 goals for the San Fernando Giants, scoring against QPCC as well. He has been playing a very big role for the side. To Manswell. Manswell turns and fools his defender. Plays it on the inside to Thomas. Thomas across to Bright. Bright just lays it up for Manswell. Manswell is like he's everywhere. Really orchestrating the play here for the men in green, and advances down the left side. Clips it in to Thomas. And eventually, good defending by the captain, Odell. And I think this is now about the 6th or 7th corner for the men in green, Pity Valley. They really would want to take advantage of a chance. I've been saying that over and over. It's about time to get a quality chance. They haven't really, Fortune really hasn't had much saves. Been fortunate enough. Manswell, this time it's early on the first post. Bright tries to flick it in. Plays it back to Manswell. Manswell swings it across and has a shot. That's straight to Fortune there. Any other side, and he would have been forcing a save. Plays it long to Khan. Khan lets it run. Good defending. Wonderful sliding challenge by Nicholas Holder. Must say the two sides, the coaches, Nicholas Gopal and Ronald Daniel, definitely instill a lot of energy in their players. And still something, you can see a big difference so far for the first 10 minutes, 5 minutes of the second half. Nicholas Ola, even though he won that challenge, I think he came out second best in terms of, I think he might have tweaked something. I think the team medic Hackett. Having a look at Nicholas Holder's injury. But San Fernando Giants, Keon, and they're going to make it 2. Must mention a lot of the players have been underestimating the strength of the wind. A lot of the corners has been wayward from both sides. Joseph to Hola to Manswell. Tries to control it there. The number 8, Georgie, takes it well, and now to Applewhite. Applewhite is 1-on-1. Has a shot, but wonderful slide and challenge. That's a brilliant silent challenge by the number 4, Goodrich. I mean, I'm hearing some of the San Fernando Giants players calling for another handball, but is it? I don't think so. That would be a bit harsh to call that one. He was sliding in. But no rush for the guys in red. They're 1-0 up. And Keon Fogaro now over the ball, taking his time as the clock ticks. The only issue with taking on that mentality now is if a goal scores, you have to switch back. This time it's deep. Another header out. Goodrich finally was able to get it out. I think the referee doing the right thing, even though Green might be a bit frustrated that the referee blew there, but there was a head collision. Once there is a head injury, play needs to stop. Showing that nothing serious happened. Yeah, that was looking at the replay, that wasn't such a nice sight. I think it's definitely has to go back to Green. Drop ball. That's only fair. Bright tries to place it to the right flank, but he plays it too high in the air. He should have been a little bit more flat. That's a foul on Craig. Pacheco, number 29, he's over it. And could San Fernando Giants extend their lead and put a stun in the men in green? They plays it deep. And oh, wow! Straight to the head of Joseph. Like I said, I think he should be the target man today. Luck definitely has been on his side. Being a defender, knew the reason why your team has scored 2 goals, one against QPCC and one now. Could be the winner. Good defending there by Goodrich. But Keon with a beautiful ball in better this time, but too close to the goalkeeper. Marlon. And Marlon distributes to Maturam. Maturam drives on the inside. Lost out on it. Applewhite, but that wasn't well executed. And Brandon Joseph hold up, tries to place it to Mason, but Fortune too close to him. Plays it now to Khan. Hold up. And now that's Thomas. But Joseph having none of it. Tenori, now to Hola. Time and space. That's a beautiful ball there now. Now Thomas. Across the... Now eventually cleared by Joseph. I mean, Joseph really has been having a good game. Outside of scoring the goal, obviously. Has commanded his defense really well. I'm being honest, I'm very surprised. This side has shipped in 12 goals in the last 3 games. San Fernando Giants. And now they're holding the men in green, the league leaders. They're winning, actually. So Applewhite tries to play it back to Craig, but not on the same wavelength there. Marlon eventually goes long, but I don't think any aerial battle, Joseph, I would have him as number 1 to win. Brandon. Oh, that's a mistake. Oh! Nearly was unsure if Brandon tried to play it back to his keeper, being under pressure by the number 23, Brong. Wonderful pressure, and nearly scoring a own goal there. I think Brandon, the captain, definitely should thank Marlon, the goalkeeper, for saving him from a bit of an embarrassment. But contrary to the first half, it's the men in red applying pressure now. Beautiful ball through the legs of Thomas, but Thomas read it well. Ola tries to come out, but it's still under the pressure. And Pacheco. Fogaro now. Think he's going to go long. Eventually does. Brown trying to swing it in, but no purchase on it. And Marlon distributes it long. Mason trying to get the first ball, but Thomas versus Joseph. I think it's Joseph any day for me. He's playing brilliantly here. Very composed player, Joseph. And now Brown on it, cuts on the inside. And that's a beautiful ball to Applewhite. But Marlon reading the play very well. And that's not a good sight. That's not good to see when we in the second half. I think that's good, Rich. The number 4, if I'm not mistaken, just needs some medical assistance. Seems as though he's in a bit of excruciating pain. Medic swiftly across. But it's about 60 minutes into the game. San Fernando Giants leading 1-0 against the league leaders. So this is a bit of an upset. I think they would want to hold on to this league, if not extend the lead. And they have been showing really promising signs through Brown, through Keon, to Joseph. Really have been knocking it around and showing their ability. First touch here from Khan, just a bit on the Wrong side. Back to George. George spreads it across to Edwards. Edwards to Craig. Craig clips it in, but it's too close to the keeper. And Marlon distributes to Bright. Bright could drive forward because he has time and space. He plays it to Thomas. Thomas tries to turn, but wasn't played straight to him. And now it's Khan. Oh, that's a foul. Referee says play on. Nicholas eventually playing it to Thomas. That's the right call to me. Right above it. Who tries to play it now to Mason. Mason with Joseph all over him. And I think that's a goal kick. Joseph, the goal scorer, showing how much composure he have in the back. Just escorting Mason easily out. And being rewarded with a goal kick for his efforts. Tried to switch, he played George. Eventually plays it to Edwards. Edwards asking for a foul, upper white. Plays it now to Craig. Craig has time and space. He's going to drive, he has Brong in the box. This time he just a can, but wonderful defending by Nicholas Holder. Looking back at the replay, Craig, he had two options. But Nicholas Holder winning it over the both. And I don't give Pacheco wrong, they're leading against the league leaders. 7th place, Club Sando. I mean, after this, if they win, as if the scoreline remains, they would definitely move up the table, 3 points. So there's no rush, rightfully so, from Pacheco. Also too, I think Nicholas still feeling a bit shaken up from that collision. I'm surprised the referee didn't call a foul there. But San Fernando Giants, now left corner, they have had a lot more corners in this half. The third to be specific now. This time it's swing to Joseph, but it's straight to Marlon. He's the target man. Joseph, he's really been good today. Not many times here we praise defenders for their good ability. This time, Norrie is going ahead against Edwards. Whoa! That's a brilliant shot. He went past Edwards like he wasn't there. Norrie, if you can see on the replays, I don't know, but just got underneath it a bit there. Just as we see it over, just over the bar as well from Norrie. Good chance. That would have been a good goal. I think that's the chance, the quality chance that the men in green finally got. They didn't take it away. Now Craig finally sweeping it in, but Brandon reading it well. And now to Bright. Lost out on it, and Brong has really came in and dominated to Pacheco. Pacheco with a shot. Brandon has time and space. And looking at the tactics set up here now by the boys in red. They don't mind holding on to this league and stepping back and being compact and forcing a mistake out of the men in green, which their tactic rightfully done. Now to Brong to Apple White. Surprised he didn't get ahead of the defender there, Apple White. To Keon to Brong. He has really been orchestrating things tonight here, Brong. Time and space now here, Manswell. He has Nori ahead of him. What is he going to do? He does play it to Nori. Clip of the legs by Odell. I don't think anything there was malicious by Nori. Looking at the pass, it's just a collection of legs. That happens. Nothing malicious in my opinion. But it's still a foul. But it looks like the captain, Odell, he would need some medical assistance. But we're about 66 minutes into the game. 1-0 to San Fernando Giants. Again, Cox being the goal scorer, but it looks as though the team official, Ronaldo Daniel, he's asking for some changes for the men in green, Pity Valley, Diego Martin, and the first man coming off, number 17, Mason. He will be coming on for number 15. I'm not seeing from this angle. I think it's Kadeem. And Bright as well coming off. But it looks like Kadeem is coming on. The number 25. As well as the number 16, Josiah Allen. I think the coach definitely wants to inject some new energy into Pity Valley's side. I think that's the route. And the number 25, he actually came on and he put on the captain band, Kadeem. So he looks like he's the leader man, taking it from Brandon. And he is on it now. I don't know what is passed, but they still have it, Marlon. Brandon now to Nicholas Ola. Nicholas looks up. Again, they're playing compact here defensively. Club Sando, tactically, it's working, I must say. They're not really wanting to rush into any challenge, but they're playing compact. And Keon, could he get it above? He does a little shimmy over his opponent. Must say the game has been, the tension has been rising a bit. Must say that. Oh, it's a straight red card for both players. Nice to see a shake of hands after the two players, but referee's having none of it. One lash out at one and one lash back out at one, and red card. Both players, both teams. So I think that's a red card for Nicholas Holder as well as Keon. Look at it, he lashed out at him and then another lash back out. I don't think referee analyzing the situation and dishing out a red card for both players. A straight red means you'll miss a game or two if I am not mistaken. So we have had a change in the configuration of the game after 5 seconds. After the 70th minute, both teams receiving a red card. Both teams playing with 10 men now. The San Fernando Giants, if you're now joining us, it's the San Fernando Giants in red versus the Pity Valley. Before the game started, Pity Valley was leading 20 points on top of the league. And San Fernando Giants was on 4 points behind them on 16 in 7th place. As of now, they would have gained 3 points. So it'd be on 19 points, and that would carry them up to 2nd place. But we have had a double header today, so there are games that are playing simultaneously with this one. Not sure of the scorelines in those. But can. Brown to Manswell. Time and space, Manswell. Plays it long to... It's offside. Still being played. Fortune taking his time to capture it. Then eventually he goes long. But that's not a good ball. It's Nori on it now. Nori is still on it. Trying to take on Joseph. Wow. Joseph is very strong player. The strength of Joseph there to be beaten by Nori and still recover. Having really a fantastic game here in Joseph. The composure, look, Nori beat his player, but he was able to recover and clear. Definitely a valuable performance by Joseph. You don't hear that a lot from defenders. He being the center back. But he's been able to take the boys in red over the line so far. Craig on it now. Tries to play it on the outside for Edwards, but a bit long, and it goes out for Pity Valley throw-in. About 75 minutes passed, still 1-0 to the boys in red. They have been compared to the first half, but this time Pity Valley has a one-on-one! Wonderful save there by Fortune Thomas. A bit disappointed that he wasn't able to capture his chance. But Pity Valley showing why they should have at least one in this game. Applying pressure now. Looking back at the replay, his first touch there was just too long. Tried to sneak it under his legs. Still was able to get ahead of Fortune, but Fortune was able to make a save. That we can't look back and say, if the scoreline stays 1-0 to San Fernando Giants, that's a crucial save. And Brandon back to, that's another short ball. But that's composure by Marlon. That's a... And Kadeem showing why he came on to just clean up stuff in the middle. And now George to Brong really have been dominating the midfield in this second half. That pair. Craig now, what a beautiful lofted ball, but just too deep for Marlon. Marlon goes long to Nori, but Joseph will win those headers every day. But his header was a little bit wayward and tries to play to Thomas, but the captain Odell cleaned up the mess. And straight now to Edwards. Edwards able to take it down. Plays it to Brong. Now George on it now. George has time and space, really has played a master class in the midfield. Now he tries to play it to Craig. Craig Running fast, but I think he's asking for too much there, correct? And now there's a change for San Fernando Giants. The number 23, Brown, coming off. I find he was having a really good game, in my opinion. He played well. He was the reason why they have, in the second half, and particularly they was able to control and have more possession of the ball compared to the first. But I think the number 12, Ken, has came on for him. See what he can do. Manswell on it now, and he has time and space. Referee just blowing the start over just to make sure that Goodrich is good. Has been a bit wobbly. In this second half has endured a lot. But he still wants to stay on and continue. To Manswell. On the inside to Nori. Nori has time. Goes across to Thomas. And Thomas, is he going to take a chance here? No, Price plays it on the inside. But wonderful defending. Feels as though the guys in red has the walls of Jericho, and the guys in green are trying to break it down. This is another corner. Manswell over it. And could something come out of this corner? They'll be hoping. Goodrich over it. They have Allen over it. Kadeem. Some of the main targets men. The captain. Manswell plays it low and hard. Tries to flick it up. Has a bicycle kick. Has a shot eventually, but it's straight to Fortune. And he has options. He goes all the way on the right side. For Allen. Manswell. Brilliant piece of skill there from Manswell, and that's a foul. But PT Valley, they really need to, if they have to muster up something, they'll need to ask more questions. Eric goes long. Tries to flick it on by Goodrich. Manswell! Manswell having another chance there, but wasn't able to get over it. Just leaned back a bit too much, and it was high, wide, and not too handsome, that shot. But it looks as though San Fernando Giants is good with trying to hold on to this lead, and pressure is being applied by Khan. To Nori now. Trying to flick it on there, Nori. But Ken tries to play it on the inside, but straight to Marlon. Marlon kicks it out. I think that's the no one, really. Ooh. Now Maturam has time and space. He plays it to Thomas, but Thomas straight to... I mean, there was a head collision, but there was a definite goal-scoring opportunity for Pity Valley, and they will feel hard done that the referee had to call and stop the play to deal with the injury. But normally, referees would wait until the attack peters out. I think it's supposed to be a drop ball straight to the boys in green. And it's supposed to be continuing at the point at which he called the foul. So they will have it back. And pressure is being applied immediately by the boys in red. San Fernando Giants. Kadeem plays it now to Brandon Joseph. He has time and space. And they're really just happy to hold on to this league here. Club Sando, how they're setting up. And George. Yes, that's offside there by Ken. We have about 10 more minutes for Pity Valley to come up with something. They've had a lot of chances, have had a lot of corners, have had a lot of shots, have had about 2 one-on-ones, and nothing to show. Manswell to Eric. Nori. Eric now on the right side has made Ken look like he wasn't existent. Wonderful ball. Thomas! Have a shot! Yeah, oh, what a save by George. Drills it across, and Fortune. Wow. I have no idea how the ball wasn't able to go in the back of the net there. I don't know who was able to get their body in front of it. If it was Fortune, if it was Odell, if it was Joseph. But the boys in red, it's almost like if they have the walls of Jericho up. Nothing passes. And we have George on it now. He has Ken on the right side. He tries to go to goal. He had a lot of options there. He didn't pick the right one, in my opinion. And again, they're attacking here. Nori to Manswell. Time and space. Drills it across. No, he had them having a shot. I don't think that was the right decision there by Manswell to go for goal. He had options. He had Thomas. He had Nori. He had Goodrich as well, advancing forward. Looking back at the replay, was a brilliant save by Fortune, and then another save again. That's another substitution for San Fernando Giants, making a defensive change. The right back. I think that's Jesnell coming on, as well as the number 6, Israel Joseph. Israel to Nori. Genzel just playing smart and wasting some time, taking the clock down. And long by Kadeem. Flicked on hella by Goodrich. And Maturam have on back on it now, but Odell dealing up with the the business. He has Ken on the inside. Wonderful sliding challenge to stop the advancement of Allen. But Allen back on it now, has an overlap and run by Jadon, but nothing happens. Now they are no high press. They don't want to high press, so the long balls is coming through, and I think they wouldn't mind dealing with the long balls because Joseph. Now Odell on it now. To Young. Young to Joseph. Intercepted by Maturam. Now Thomas has had many chances. I must say Thomas was denied a lot by Fortune. The referee Cox spotting a foul there. I didn't see much wrong, but a foul nevertheless. And Pity Valley, this is another chance. We are about 4 minutes to the 90-minute mark. We have the likes of Kadeem over it. We have the likes of Manswell, the likes of Eric. What can they muster up? I see everyone leave it to Manswell. He's obviously the set piece taker. I think he'd want to have a shot on goal here. Go for glory. I think if he scores here, definitely will. The energy ups will go up. Straight to the wall. That's poor, I must say. I expected better. But that's definitely been a reoccurring team in both the first and second half for Pity Valley. They've been getting chances, but the quality of their shots have been under par, beneath par. Long ball by Thomas into the box. Goodrich tries to go up. Odell gets it out. Manswell has another shot. Well, it's straight to the walls of Jericho. Nothing must pass. Distributed out to the right side for Goodrich. Goodrich sends it in. Trying for a foul. Brandon to Manswell. Manswell looks around. Plays it long on the inside. Odell, the captain, deals with it. And now Khan. That's definitely a foul. And San Fernando Giants, they would need they wouldn't see the need to rush. A foul was given and they're acting like they're not sure who wants to take it. I think they might go to the corner flag and waste some time. Or wow, that's really smart by Khan. And now Khan, he has Ken on across the box. Is this going to be the end? Yes, it is! The number 30, Allen, the goal scorer for San Fernando Giants, and that's 2. And I think that's it. Stunned here, the boys in green. Pity Valley, the league leaders. Looking back at the replay, spanked away by the number 30, Allen. And that's 2-0 to the San Fernando Giants. And I think that would wrap up today's game, in my opinion. But I feel like Pity Valley needs to get a consolation goal. They've had a lot of chances. They really will feel hard done by the scoreline. And it's really good that again. San Fernando was able to get a clean sheet if they hold on to this 2-0 lead after a lot of goals being shipped in for the last 3 games. About 12, so that will be something the defenders will be happy about. And now they're advancing now, but the pass needed a better purchase. And Khan, is he going to outrun Marlon? No, he isn't. Goodrich turns. That's a poor pass to Maturaman. I think that sums up the day for Pity Valley. No pressure. A simple pass. And to no avail. In the first half, Pity Valley really dominated, even though Club Sando was leading 1-0. They had most of the corners and most of the shots, most of the chances, but the quality of their finishing needs definitely to improve. I think they need to go back to the drawing board with that. Where they is concerned, they have had a lot of chances today. For them not to at least having 1 goal today, they will be very disappointed with their shooting performance. To Marlon now. To Ken. Ken has time and space. The goal scorer, Allen. Back to Ken now. Ken just playing it around. Club Sando boys play with some tempo now. Manswell. He has 2 options. He plays it to Thomas. Thomas advancing forward. But Odell. Wonderful defending by Odell. Must mention Odell, the number 27, the captain. Alongside Joseph has put in a magnificent shift in defense. Tried to play a true ball. To me, it was decently weighted, but Odell was having none of it. Looking at that replay. Manswell, this is a better ball in. Kadeem missing the header, and the 3 minutes of extra time is up. And that's the blast of the whistle by the referee to end the first game. I mean, before the game started, we expected the boys in green to win this one. Pity Valley being on top of the league. San Fernando Giants being 7th and losing the last 3 games, conceding 12 goals. But today they were having none of it. Looking back at the replay, they was able to come ahead of Pity Valley. Thomas having a chance against Fortune, but Fortune he too was able to make some crucial saves to ensure that no goals were passing. Making 1 save again and then just making another one. Fortune. Definitely he will be happy. Another chance there. I don't know why he didn't let go the trigger. Well, look at that. 1 save. Cross the box again. And then comes again and gets it. That's world class. I think the man of the match for me, if I was to pick the man of the match, Joseph, he dealt with each of the attacking players from Pity Valley. He dealt with Thomas. He dealt with Mason. And he as well was able to score a goal. Joseph, but look at the goal from Allen. Ball played on the inside and he was able to slot it in the top left corner. That goal was scored in the 89th minute. I mean, a lot of the bodies was pushed forward and a counter-attacking chance by San Fernando Giants was able to put them 2-0 ahead after the 89th minute. But this is the Tier 2 league. We have a double header today. Well, a double header. second game to start. But 2-0 is the end of the first game. PT Valley will feel a bit heartfelt, but San Fernando Giants, they came out victorious. Can't wait for the start of the second game. If that's what we had to experience from the first. We'll be right back after